22 knockdown years, I'm still here and I'm thinking how he raised me. Made me an angry soul, this is what he gave me, a baby. Having to deal with stress, catching chin shots from my clouds, quick down, test me, what test that. Couldn't make a man out of you yet. I can hear it screaming, your man can respect with the left. How can I respect you? Lay another hand on my mom's, me and you was dropping bombs. And so it goes, another shot to the soul. Tell me what can I do at 13 years old?
Help you, sweetness?
I want to meet King.
You come bearing gifts?
Hey, King!
Private party, man. Private party.
Baby, hold on, chill out.
Hey, King!
Yo, man, back up. It's a private party.
Yo, Queen!
Yo, man, you better back up.
I'm Rocky, dog!
Yo, King, what you want me to do with this punk ass?
I want a shot at the title, man.
Hey, man. Go home.
Baby, let's just go.
Hey, go home, dog.
Look, I mean...
Yo, man.
Thanks, champ. My son will love...
Knock it off. Go back to work. Go back to work right now. Go, son. Move faster. You made bail. Open on one. Go.
He's the former heavyweight champion of the world. You know, I could sue this department for harassment.
Yes, you could. But I think that would be a bad idea based on the fact your client's up for a felony assault charge.
You tell Rick to take my wife to the hotel.
You okay, King?
What took you so long?
Sorry, man.
This wasn't necessary.
Yeah. Listen, I tell you what, King, while you're in my town, you just take it easy.
This ain't your town, man.
Sugar Ray Leonard. They were champions. You're no longer looking at just a map of the district. You are looking at a honeypot. Every gangster, hooker, pimp, scalper, pickpocket, every criminal on the eastern seaboard and probably some from the west are going to be in town for this fight, which means we're going to have to maximize our efforts. We're going to be doing a lot of overtime, which means the city's going to have to open up their pocketbook.
It's not a problem.
Ella, the mayor said, not a problem.
Made a note, Chief.
Deputy Chief? Wherever Atticus King fights, trouble follows. Atlantic City, 15 injured after looting broke out. Las Vegas, members of King's entourage arrested for assault, D&Ds, sexual battery. This week, we were able to put a damper on the vacation plans of Carmen Magnoli. He and his crew arrived in our city for a little pre-fight tailgate party. Our undercover people were able to pick them up on felony arrest warrants before they left the train station. It's one for the good guys. Ms. Farmer.
I've put together a revised budget approved by Mayor Douglas. It allows for 600 additional uniformed officers, 200 plain clothes, and will be deployed starting tomorrow. Overtime is encouraged. Vacations are to be put on hold. And we just got word that the president is trying to juggle his schedule to attend.
That's swell. I think the mayor has a few words before we depart. Mr. Mayor?
Thank you, Chief. You know, I made a promise
to the people of this city to revitalize the economy, to create jobs, to give them hope. And this title fight is just the first step in fulfilling that promise. Now, with your help, we are not only going to provide a safe venue for this extravaganza, we are going to show that Washington is a world-class city capable of hosting world-class events. It's a place that people want to visit. So I just want to take this opportunity to thank you all in advance for your hard work and for your dedication. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Dismissed? Hey, Kavanaugh, how you doing? Oh, don't you look lovely? Listen, I'm sorry I can't do lunch today. I know you didn't ask me, but I really don't have the time.
You know, you might want to save the teeth for your deposition, Chief.
All right, what is it this time?
Carmen Manoli.
Yeah, greaseball from New York. I would make sure that my fee is dry before you deposit it. What is there, a convention of bottom feeders in town? I mean, you can do better than that. Come on.
You picked the man up, locked him in a shuttle, and drove him to jail.
Well, I could have opted for a cab.
You can't arrest people just for stepping foot in Washington.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can when they break the law. But I'm sure that's not why you came down here, is it?
I came for Atticus King's arrest report.
Uh-huh. Now, the one from '94 or the one from last night?
He did his time, Chief. According to witnesses at the club, he was the victim. First assaulted by a drunken patron, clearly trying to impress his girlfriend, and then by your cops, who did a tap dance on his head. False arrest, use of force violations. I could go on.
I'm starting to enjoy all this, kind of like foreplay. You are incredible.
Aren't I, though?
King never touched him?
Not even close. Kid's angling for a lawsuit.
Who's the guy throwing punches?
Guppy Walters, one of King's bodyguards. Somebody's got to protect the fans.
King's people see this yet?
Nope.
Well, they will. Drop the charges against King, swear out a warrant for Guppy the fish.
We're on it.
What time is it? Racism moves the pieces all separate.
How many times do I have to tell you guys this?
Forget it, she's with King. Yeah? Where was she last night? Wherever he told her to be. Guppy Walters, you're under arrest for the assault and battery of Corey Biggs at 1600 Southeast. Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Hey. I told you, that punk ass started the fight last night.
King, we got no beef with you.
Always coming to the rescue, ain't you?
Let them do their job, Atticus.
You remember my wife, don't you, detective?
Do what you have to do, officers.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you by the court. You understand these rights?
Yeah, you got it.
Take it, fellas. You forgot to tell me they were friends of yours. I wouldn't call them friends. Well, they seem to know you.
What time is it?
What is going on out here?
To Chief Mannion and my friends at the MPD, thanks for the hospitality, King.
You take one home to Ricky?
Oh, I'm sure he'd love one.
Not a fan.
No, what? Convicted felon who beats up people for a living? No, I've got better things to do. And as long as I have anything to say about it, so does my son.
You first.
Yeah.
6042, domestic violence, 8500 Massachusetts, Shepherd Capitol Hotel.
Where are you going? Got an errand. And what about the...
Where you gonna go? Where you gonna live?
Police! Open up!
What the hell is wrong with you?
MPD, open the door!
Don't open the door. I said don't open the door. I don't want to be here.
MPD, open the door!
Get out of my room. This ain't none of your damn business.
Hey, you take it easy.
Let's everybody just calm down.
Oh, my God. Man, I can't believe you got the nerve to step up in here.
You all right?
I'm fine.
Man, what you worried about her for? I'm the one getting beat on. She threw a base at me, man. Who you think you have to pay for that, huh?
You need to back off.
Man, back off what? I'll back up in your ass.
That's right, man. All right.
I will knock your ass
Step
out.
back.
And you wonder why people think that you're a criminal? You are out of control! Look at the people you surround yourself with. Look at the way you act. You are a criminal!
You want to file charges, man? You want him to go to jail?
No.
Yeah, that's right. You stay away from my wife.
Morning, Chief. Hey, Stanley.
So, who do you like this weekend?
Redskins. You're talking about the fight?
Yeah, sure. You know, I like boxing. Boxing. Not that circus, which is what we have come to town. So you're gonna have to deal with some real knuckleheads on this.
Knuckleheads are my business.
Right. You know, for the next couple of days, I gotta listen to trash talk coming out my nephew's mouth. Cats down at the bus stop everywhere. You know what I got a real problem with?
No. What?
I got a problem with Mayor Douglas. Now, he's got himself a bad case of Jesse Jacksonitis. I mean, he's giving the impression the entire community is of one accord in this thing. Like the entire black community rolled out the red carpet for this punk Atticus King. Sad.
Well, this I know.
Yeah, well, you're in the minority on this one, Chief.
You know the funny thing, Stanley? I used to be in the majority. Hey, if you run for mayor, I'm voting for you. See you later.
See you, Chief.
Ella, you all right?
Stanley Carver, a nice handyman, passed away. Paperwork just came over my desk.
My gosh. And I'm seeing dead people, Ella. In fact, I'm having conversations with him.
Chief, don't joke.
No. I'm not joking. I just rode down the elevator with him. In fact, he's going to run for mayor. I'm going to vote for him. My God. I tapped into something here.
You're alive.
Better than the alternative.
For some reason, the government thinks you're dead.
I see. This is my brother, Silas. He died last month. He lived with me the last couple of years. Same last name, same address. The government must have made a mistake.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Stanley. You never mentioned it. I didn't know. My condolences. And I will get this straightened out, right?
Housekeeping came up around 10:15 for turn-down service.
Nancy, come CSU. Cutter, could you close off the floor, the elevators, the stairways, and make sure nobody gets up here until our people get here?
You good?
Thank you, Ms. Raskin.
Of course.
Whatever happened here, it looks like she put up a hell of a fight. It wasn't enough.
Has King been notified?
No, sir. We're out looking for him right now. According to his manager, he's out doing his road work.
Alone?
That's the story. Puts in a couple hours a night.
Well, let's talk to him.
King?
What do you want?
MPD, we need you to get dressed.
I ain't done yet.
Yeah, we are now. I said get dressed.
Man, you don't never give up, do you?
Mr. King, your wife has been killed. We need you to come downtown and talk to us.
So I ain't mine, man.
Mr. King, get dressed right now.
I didn't kill my wife.
Who did?
Whoever did it gonna be dead itself if I get my hands on it.
Atticus, please.
Man, I said shut your cake hole.
I am trying to protect you.
I didn't do nothing, all right? You ain't hanging this on me. I got nothing to hide.
George is dead, man. It's not looking good for you.
You think I don't know what you want?
Mr. King, sit down.
You think I don't know what this is about? You're trying to take me down. You want to knock me out.
Come on, man, easy, easy.
You ain't tough enough to take me out. You wasn't tough enough then, and you ain't tough enough now. So you got to plant evidence on me. Put that rope in my bag, huh? You set me up, Chuck. Messing with a man's wife? That ought to be against the law.
Other than the rope, what makes King our only suspect?
Well, he used the private elevator to get from his room down to the gym. Now you need your card key to get on the elevator. And only guests with rooms on the private floors have access.
Well, according to hotel security, the cards are computer coded, and only King's was used at the time of the murder.
Sir, I was told this was a rush. The blood on the rope was Georgia King's, and based on the condition of the body, I'd say that you put up quite a fight.
You got any other physical evidence ties King to the murder?
Not at the moment, but I'm just dealing with preliminary results here.
All right, you get something, you let me know.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna need more than circumstantial evidence to hold the former heavyweight champion of the world.
Temple, the thing that went on in interrogation between you and King, I mean, should that concern us?
No, sir.
You sure?
There's nothing that impacts this case, sir. Sir, we have a weapon, we have a motive, and we can tie it to him.
We're sitting on a powder keg here, Temple. All these people in town for the fight. We arrest King again, and this time for murder could set it off.
Yeah. Well, we need more evidence, don't we?
Didn't it bother you, Ray? Temple asking us to clear the hotel room?
We were the first officers to respond. I know what I should and shouldn't touch at a crime scene.
Be careful with what you're thinking about, partner.
Why would King put the jump rope in his gym bag?
Look, it was a crime of passion. He killed her, realized what he did, panicked, then he stuffed the murder weapon in his bag until he could figure out what to do with it.
And in the meantime, he goes for a run where he could have disposed of it anywhere, and then comes back and takes a shower? Temple was the only other person at both locations. The only person who could have moved the rope.
If it was moved. Come on. You telling me you think Detective Page planted the rope on the guy?
No. I don't know.
Can I steal it? Thanks.
I keep seeing King and Temple in that hotel room. And the look between them? Can't shake it, Ray. I know, it doesn't make any sense. But I can't shake it.
Payroll's telling me not to cut you any more checks until we clear up whether you're dead or alive.
Thought it was obvious. Right, I guess I better go show him.
No, wait. Let's just do it here. I'll need your brother's full name and his date of birth.
Silas Carter, June 22nd, 1949.
You're not Stanley Carver, are you?
No, ma'am.
I believe I saw you play, Mr. Carver. The Nets, wasn't it? Before the NBA banned you for life for drug usage?
Yes, sir.
That's the last I heard of you.
I went downhill fast. Spent 10 years in prison. After I got out, the stigma of being a former NBA standout who had washed out was too much. I mean, I couldn't live with that Silas anymore, but I couldn't outrun him either.
So you used your brother's ID to get this job? And that was, what, 9 years ago?
There was a time I thought basketball would take care of me forever, Miss Farmer. I sure as heck didn't think I'd end up doing handiwork for a living. I'd have to lie to get that job. Look, what I'm trying to say is that I like this job, and I like to keep it.
Would you excuse us for a minute, Stanley?
Yes, ma'am.
We have to let him go, you know that.
Can't we make an exception?
There are no ambiguity in departmental regulations. You have a felony conviction, you cannot work here, whether we like it or not.
Joe, if we don't believe in rehabilitation, what good are we doing here?
Ella, I will help the man find a job, just not here.
King signed these for my kid. Figure they'd be worth $200-300 if he fights and wins, $500 if he's convicted.
Yeah, good for you. Huh? Sounds like you're gonna get paid either way.
That's what I'm saying. Where does your partner think's Paige planted the evidence?
She never said that.
What did she say?
Nothing.
Nothing, huh? Look, let me tell you something. Anybody who knows Double Page knows he'd never plant evidence.
I agree. Although, as I recall, I believe it was you, Detective, who thought I was capable of raping your ex-wife.
You're talking about a high-profile case in public. You're making accusations about a detective's conduct in the crime scene, and that's not in your report. This is your signature, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Then what's the problem?
I can't explain how the murder weapon got into King's gym bag after I witnessed him leave it in the hotel room. And I can't account for what Detective Page did when he was alone in that hotel room.
Come on, Nancy, you think Temple planted the evidence?
I don't know.
What do you believe?
I don't know.
Revise it.
Yes, sir.
Oh, the hell is that?
I found that in my desk.
I guess somebody thinks you're a rat.
Somebody?
Hey, don't look at me. I didn't do it.
No, but I bet you know who did.
Because?
Because I'm just a dumbass uni who dared to question a detective, and now I'm going to pay for it?
Hey, you pissed everybody off, not just the detectives.
How? By doing my job?
No, by mouthing off about another cop before you knew what was really going on.
I was talking to my partner in confidence about my suspicions. I didn't announce it, report it, complain about it, or embellish it. And I only spoke to the chief about it after he called me in. There's a rat here, all right. It just isn't me.
Mr. Mayor, you brought the King fight here despite protests from civic leaders that it would increase crime. Looks like they were right, doesn't it?
I think that that's ludicrous, Jim, that you would try to link this very personal tragedy with street crime.
Is the fight still on?
Well, it's not up to me. Obviously, Mr. King needs time to grieve, and that's a decision that he'll have to make for himself.
Is King a suspect?
This is an open murder investigation. We have a number of people we're interested in speaking with, but there are no suspects at this time.
Can you address allegations coming from the King camp that Detective Page is trying to frame him? That he may have had an affair with King's wife 6 years ago?
I have no comment on that.
Did Temple Page plant the murder weapon in King's gym bag to get revenge?
There is no more information on the investigation. There will be a briefing tomorrow at noon. Thank you.
Thank you all very much.
Mr. Mayor, we have another minute of your time.
6 years ago, Atticus King thought his wife was cheating on him. Hired a private investigator who took those photos. It only took me 2 phone calls to find those, and I'm new in town.
Yeah, so the media is going to go with the story that Temple planted the evidence.
Well, if they weren't before, they will now.
This is ridiculous.
No, it's a great story. And this information makes you ripe for the picking. You were alone at the murder scene. You were the first person to have contact with King after the murder. They'll say you had a vendetta against him. I'm just telling you how it's going to go down.
Chief, I was not involved with this woman. I was a rookie cop. I answered a domestic dispute call. I thought I could help her. When it became obvious that I couldn't, I let it go.
Should I release a statement?
No. We're investigating a murder. I don't want to go on the defensive here. Temple, be careful.
Yes. You know you could have given me a heads up. You ambushed me in there.
Oh, you don't like being ambushed?
No.
How do you think I felt? You better be able to account for every second you were in that hotel suite and every move you made before you found the rope in the gym bag. I know the media. I deal with them every day. Now, Chief Mannion might leave it at your word, but they won't, and neither will I. Now, what happened with you and Georgia King?
Nothing.
I suppose these are pictures of nothing.
I thought that I could save her. I was a rookie cop straight out of the academy, and I thought I was Superman. I thought I could change her life.
Well, when did you realize she didn't want to be rescued?
When I realized that she was in love with him. No matter how bad he treated her. You know what, Nancy? Me and you need to set something straight.
No, we don't. I've already been put in my place on your behalf by the chief.
Maybe this isn't the place, Temple.
Cutter, I'm cool. Now, I took control of that crime scene and I cleared the room because that's my job.
That's not procedure, and you know it.
So that means I planted evidence.
I never said that.
You implied that I did.
I was asked a question, and I told the truth. I didn't lie one way or the other. I did exactly what you would have done in the same situation.
Luther Potter.
Who's that?
Nobody. No, it's an alias that the MPD created, you know? Comes with a clean record, no social security number. Normally, I'd give it to an undercover cop, but I don't have to.
You want to give it to Stanley?
Yeah. I mean, he needs a new identity. Come on, if you can be Silas, you can be Luther Potter.
They'll find out.
Who?
Somebody.
Nobody. You're not going to tell. I'm not going to tell. Come on, we want him to keep working here, don't we? Change his name, and Joe, me Nolan, they'll never find out. Luther Potter.
Atticus King is going forward with his lawsuit against the MPD. I just thought you'd want to know.
Well, Kavanaugh, it's all about money with you, isn't it?
What did you say?
I mean, you know what scares me if you and I were to have a relationship? Well, I don't think I could afford you.
Oh, were we talking about having a relationship suddenly?
Oh, for Pete's sake, you find me irresistible.
No, I don't.
Oh, yes, you do.
Oh, no, I don't.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you do. Hey, would you like a clown nose?
What?
You're going to be going upstairs to negotiate a settlement. You might need a clown nose. How about a piece of licorice?
Is this the sort of act your first 2 wives found irresistible, Jack?
If they did, I'd still be married to one of them. For both of them, if I lived in Utah. But you want to know what I find interesting? Is that a woman who doesn't find me the least bit irresistible would go to all the trouble to find out I was married before.
You know what I think?
What?
I think you find yourself irresistible. See you in court.
Okay.
Yeah, I need it right now. Thank you. Thanks. Been checking Georgia King's calendar. And over the past several months, she's had several meetings with her accountants, with her investment advisors, and they all say the same thing. And she suspected that somebody within King's circle was stealing money.
It makes sense, because I got $5 million unaccounted for here, and another 3 invested in some bogus offshore corp, not in the King's name.
If I didn't believe that King did it, this would almost make me think that somebody else did.
You mean like whoever took the money?
I've talked to everybody whose room was either adjacent to, across the hall, or below Mr. King's at the night of the murder. Only 3 people were in the room at the time. Another one thought they heard a bump, and no one else was any help. We haven't been able to hook up yet with the guy whose room was below Mr. King's.
We got an address on him?
Edgar Udall, New York City.
Hey, Ferris, put up the balcony.
What are you thinking?
Edgar Udall, 140 West 65th Street, New York. That's Lincoln Center.
You sure?
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure whoever killed Georgia King didn't go through the front door. Follow me on this. Killer comes up the elevator using King's card key. Right? Comes in here, kills her, goes back out, uses King's card key again, punches the lobby button, only doesn't go down, he comes out here.
And what, climbs to the balcony below? It's a long way down, Chief. One slip.
Yeah, but it's doable, right?
I wouldn't do it.
How about you, Sabrina?
If my life depended on it, I guess I'd do it. I'd do anything.
This is the room directly below Mr. King's suite.
And nobody saw the man that checked into the room?
No, it's as if he was never here. No suitcase, no dirty towels, bed was never slept in.
Temple, come here, man. See if you can reach that railing. Don't worry about it. I'll hold on to you. Come on. Easy.
Careful there, Spider-Man.
Come on. Come on, Temple. Good. You all right?
Yeah.
Well done. Doable.
Hey, Chief. Check this out.
Oh, yeah. Good.
Mr. Udall checked in 2 days before the Kings. I remember the day. We had a big convention, lots of late check-ins, the desk was swamped. He was very specific. He wanted that room, had to have it.
Now, do you have a description of him?
Caucasian, 40 to 50, that's it.
What about a credit card?
Canceled this morning. I'm assuming the name and address were bogus.
Is there any way to tell if he ever actually went into that room? I mean, he would have had to open the balcony doors.
Let me see. The numbers in green are housekeeping. They're always the same. We reprogram the locks and issue a new card key whenever a new guest checks in. Mr. Udall arrived on the 10th.
Right. 2 days later, Georgia King is murdered.
Mr. Udall went into room 1456 at 5:07 on the 12th and never used his card key again.
And what's this right here, this access denied? Same day, same time?
Looks like someone tried another card key. Another one of our guests probably had the wrong room.
At the exact same time?
Or Udall got the keys mixed up.
I can dial M for murder.
What?
You know, that classic with Grace Kelly and Ray, what's his
Yeah, Ray
face?
Milland.
Right. It's a murder mystery where they get the keys mixed up.
Now, can you pull up which guest keys were denied?
Well, what do you know? Rick Sheffield, Atticus King's manager.
Paging Rick Sheffield. Rick Sheffield to the right courtesy phone, please.
Rick Sheffield. Hello?
You know, there's one question I just have to ask. Why the police department?
This job got me straight. Watching these people's lives change the second they went through booking, it was a constant reminder, you know? And that's what I needed, a reminder. So I stayed.
Welcome back, Luther.
Wow. Thank you, Miss Farmer.
Stanley. Stanley Carver.
Joe. His name is not Stanley anymore. It's Luther.
Luther.
Yes, Luther Potter.
Luther Potter.
Well, you talk to the chief about it.
Forget it.
What the hell is this? What's going on?
This is a private training facility. You're not welcome here without an invitation.
We bought our own. An arrest warrant.
Relax, King, not you. Him.
What?
Georgia found out he was stealing from you. He killed her and then he set you up to take the phone.
You telling me he did this?
I would never. I would never.
Did this?
They framed you and then they framed me.
I trusted you! How could you do this to me? You owe me an apology.
For what?
For accusing me of killing my wife. Hey, man, what's your problem with me, man?
Would you come with me for a minute? Come on. Each one of these dots represents a crime. An assault, robbery, rape, homicide, all committed by juveniles.
So this is the rap where you tell me I can make a difference, that I got a responsibility to my people.
Our people. These are our people, and yeah, this is going to be that rap. But so what scares you about a little social responsibility?
I ain't scared of nothing. I just don't appreciate people telling me how to handle my business.
Right. Yeah, and I'm saying that why don't you think about not padding your pockets for a while, you know? Let's say that next can of soda pop you're going to sell. Instead of doing that, you do a public service announcement, or instead of endorsing a shoe, you adopt a school.
Come on, man.
No, you come on. You come on. I mean, you can make a difference here, King. A lot of these kids, they want to be you. They never will.
Do you have any idea how short a boxer's career is?
Yeah, I do. Well, you think that's any different for any of us? It's up to you to do what you have to do with the power you got. I mean, you can live it up. You can have a good life and all that. You can spend your time trying to keep from crashing and burning. I mean, that might happen. Or you could be one of those athletes that talked about in the same breath with Magic Johnson, Muhammad Ali, Tiger Woods.
None of them went through what I went through.
These kids are going through what you went through.
You done?
Look. You and your conscience talk about it, think it over. When you change your mind, give me a call. I could use your help.
I got a plane to catch.
A world-class event is what you were promised, Washington, and a world-class event is what you'll get. The King Elkins fight has been postponed indefinitely, but taking its place for one
You've been
night
avoiding
only
me.
here in our nation's capital, the Titans of Soul live.
Do you want to go to dinner?
What, tonight?
You owe me.
I do not owe you. I was doing my job.
I'm not talking about work now.
I'm busy. You know, most guys take that as a no. What time?
I'm available now.
No. Wait. Try it like this.
Hi.
Hi. Lovely. Atticus King's attorney, that would be me, convinced him to drop his lawsuit against the MPD.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought a celebration might be in order.
Yeah. What we're practicing. We're done.
This is my favorite boxing movie.
It's not really a boxing movie, it's a tearjerker. Frank, no more strolling. Just stay in one place. Frank was serving 15 years for counterfeiting in Joliet. He learned to play the accordion, of all things, while he's stationed there. He gets out. And the first thing he did, of course, was, when I saw him, I said, "Dude, Frank, he's playing at an Italian restaurant. He got kicked out a couple of times. There's nothing, no big deal, but, that guy is a terrific guy."
Do you always talk so much?
Major Kira uses time travel to find out the truth about her mother in Deep Space Nine in an hour. Get the skinny at cbsaction.co.uk. Right now, though, Peter decides to become a Shaolin priest and gets more than he bargained for. Kung Fu, the legend continues next.